Call is now being publicly live streamed.
Who was that? Who's doing that? Who's doing
that?
My
AI.
Oh. Okay, so it's Tuesday the 20th. We're live here with a Mastermind group, guys. I wanted to talk about the state of the business and where we see each other in 2 years. So when I get to you, you better say something. Don't say, I don't know. I mean, kind of like explain to me where you see not only your business, but your personal life and the future of your business and the future of your personal life kind of coinciding with the business. You know what I mean? So I guess I'll start off first, and then I'll just do it really fast, and then we can ask people questions later on after we're all done. But we'll all get a chance to kind of talk about that. Is this damn thing on? Bro, this thing's not even on. Do I sound okay? Or do I sound far?
You all right?
Yeah. I don't. Vince, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Because look at this. I'm up here talking into this thing right here. Look, mira. It's not even plugged in. I'm like scooting this thing over. What the hell? I guess I'm not going to use it. So in 2 years, how I see my business, I see the Junk Guys. We're going to open up Seattle pretty soon. I see our accounts across the U.S. Really, I mean, I don't have a problem with accounts across the U.S. I don't think there's a problem with Junk Guys Austin or Tampa. I think the more videos that I put out, the more it benefits all of us. You know what I mean? The more crap we put out, and I think the more stuff that people see of my business as the Junk Guys, and I see you, Vince, you put out 2 of your Ray-Ban videos today, 2 or 3 of them, right?
Oh yeah, I love those things, man. They're nice.
Yeah. And then Hanario, you put out a video. I think I see the future of that business just growing. I don't think we've even grown. You know what I mean? I think the future of all the accounts across the U.S. will eventually grow into bigger, where people get annoyed by us. Oh, I see their videos all the time. Oh, Junk Guys this, Junk Guys that. So I don't have a problem with that. Personally, it takes a lot of my time to keep up with everybody. I think that's the only downfall of that. But in 2 years, hopefully, I'm not doing junk removal anymore. Hopefully I can leave this business to my son, and he can do something with it. I know that I had a talk with my mom about 3 days ago. No, it was Monday. It was Monday. I had a talk yesterday. I had to talk to my mom, telling her that I couldn't do this business anymore. It's hard on my body. And then I wanted to go with my haunted house business, but I want to be sure that this business is left in good hands also. I am going to still do these masterminds. I'm still going to be posting videos, but I think out in the field, instead of, how I do like 5 or 6 videos a day, I think I'm only going to do 1 a day. You know what I mean? And I'll do like all my commercial accounts only. I don't want to give up my commercial accounts. I'd like to still do them, but like household junk and stuff like hot tubs and pianos are just something I'm not going to do anymore. I do see my haunted house business and me staying in the haunted house business for the next 10 to 15 years of my life, because I think I could do haunted houses until like I'm 65 or 70 years old. We're looking at land right now to buy for the new haunted house that we want to put up a structure. We have ideas. I mean, right now it's just ideas, guys. We're not buying anything yet or anything like that, but I think that's the future of my business. I want to finish my house at the end of this year. Did y'all see the containers? Did anybody see the containers? I put them on the property. Did you see the cement plot? Anybody see that video? Anybody at all? Fuck, am I posting?
Yeah. I seen
it. Oh, wasn't it?
That's pretty cool, man.
So cool, man. You should see it, man. I get excited. I get so excited about it. I'm looking at it and I'm like, what? And then Maddie's all excited. So out of the 3 containers, one of them is Maddie's. So we're going to finish building one, me and him, and spending time with my son is the best in the world. A lot of people don't, if you do know, I lost my older son, Zachary, And I get to spend time with Madison so much. Every Sunday we mess around, we BS each other, and we're building the container right now. We're going to take that information and build the next one, and then build the next one, and we're all excited about that. And we talk about it every day. Hey, Dad, are we gonna foam it? Are we gonna use spray foam? Are we gonna put the plumbing? We're gonna do everything together, and I really look forward to that. And I guess he could spend the weekends there, and that'll be really cool. So that's what I'm looking forward to right now, is finishing the 3 container. Right now, 1 container, and then at the end of the year, I finish the other 2 containers. So, by the way, when I have all the containers, we'll have a big old conference there, and then we can invite everybody, and everybody can spend the night at this place, man. Because I think I'm gonna have enough room for everybody now. I'm just gonna make a lot of room for everybody. We'll pick up tents and shit like that too. Robert, are you there, Robert? Yeah, Robert's there. Robert's gonna come over. I know Robert's gonna be there. Yeah. So that's my future of my business right now. So let's go with somebody like Hanario. Hanario, where do you? Robert says yes. Where do you see your business and your personal life in the next 2 years, brother? And don't be bashful. Just tell me ideas. Look, I have these ideas. I have these crazy ideas, Hanario, right? These crazy ideas how I want to build the future of my haunted house business. I want to buy 10 more acres. I want to put, a checkout container for merchandise, a container for the ticket line, 8 containers on the back end of the property so people can rent, stay the night there. I want to do all this. These are dreams, they're ideas of mine. What is something, Hanario, that you have in the next 2 years that you want to do, first of all, with your business, but also with your personal life, that this business provides for you?
So for right now, the plan is, is always just keep pushing forward. I want to specialize a little bit more on like single items, not so much like the hot tub, especially here in Florida with this humidity, it's brutal. So I just want to focus on, doing a lot of like, just single item pickups mostly, if I can do a lot, that way I can mostly concentrate on doing it by myself. Not so much the clean outs. Like these past 3 months, man, I've done so many cleanups. I'm wore out. I make a lot of money, but I'm also, physically, I'm a little bit older myself. I'm 47. So
dang, brother, you're almost my age, bro.
Yep. So
it puts a wear and tear on you, man. It really does.
Yep. So I was in the military for 8 years, so that's beat me up too. So I'm,
So I think the youngest person we have in this group is James right now. James, and he's from B&G Junkable. He's out of Louisville, Texas. And I'm like thinking, God, this guy James can go forever. And then Hanario, I thought you were like 40, Hanario. I didn't know you were 47, but man, my body, I swear, it started falling apart at about 45. I just started struggling to get to the 49 number, And I can bear with you guys. Listen, I'm going to tell you, if there's $500 out there you got to make, and you're at 49 years old, you question those $500. Is it worth it to me anymore? You do too, don't you, Hanario?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 48, is it me, Hanario, or does that $45 fridge look a lot better?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'd rather do the $150 garage clean out than the $1,000 house clean out for some reason. And I look at that all the time. And y'all might not understand that, but I look at it that way. You know what I mean? I do look at it that way. Do you think of your future a lot like physically?
Yeah, I recently had an MRI. I have 3 tears in my shoulder, so I'm kind of babying it right now. But like I said, I've been so busy, I haven't had any downtime to really recuperate. I think I'm gonna probably take off this weekend, but we've had clean out after clean out after clean out, just massive jobs. Cleaned out a whole warehouse last month for a plumber that gives me repeat business. That was like 8 trips to the dumps. It was just crazy.
Golly. Guys, for y'all youngsters out there, oh man, I know that it is tough. It is tough. And how about your life, like personal life? How do you look at that? Like, what do you like? What Junk Removal has done for you? Are you seeing any big moves lately, or you're seeing any moves in the future? Have y'all thought of anything? You and your family?
No, not right now. I mean, we've been living in the same house for 17 years. I bought a piece of property like 2 years ago, and my wife possibly wants to build something out there. Just to kind of get out of this damn HOA.
How much is the HOA charging you right now?
I'm not sure. My wife, I think it's like 100 a month, but it's not so much the fact that we pay. It's just like they're like, your grass was 2.5 inches tall this week. You need to get on that. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very interesting. Very interesting. How about Indio? Indio, where do you see the future of your business going in the next 2 years? What do you want to accomplish with your business? And how is your personal life going to adjust to that? I mean, hopefully you're still in junk removal. Hopefully we're all still in junk removal. But what do you want to do different? I know that everybody wants to grow their junk removal business. Where do you see your junk removal business going in the next 2 years?
It's a good question. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm 53, going on 54. I just came out of a bad car accident, which I'm dealing with. And believe it or not, I was transitioning to try to add some other business with this, which is just basic calling stuff. I had that 2024 Transit 250, and the lady pretty much knocked me out. So I think I would probably do the same thing. I would try to focus more on a lot of the single stuff for me. And in 2 years, hopefully, I want to have my own home with property, and I don't really want too much neighbors and things like that. I'm good like that. Maybe a farm or something. But um, how is this junk removal business going to get me there? I'm still working those details out, man. That's why I'm in this group. So, when last week when some of the guys, or at least one of the guys, saying I made 600,000, I was like, holy shit, that's great. I don't know about Texas, man. You guys are doing it big in Texas, but Tampa, I'm not there yet. Hoping to just continue to plug away and get more involved and try to figure those things out. This has been a year of surgery, so I'm up for shoulder surgery myself in next month. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just I don't want to slow it down, but I don't want to also do all those big clean outs and stuff like that too. But yeah, the single item, those refrigerator, that stuff sounds really good right now. Those little single items, yeah. So possibly maybe just putting somebody in the truck, and doing something like that. As much as I'm against that, and you had a whole conversation about that today, about the liabilities. Yeah, I look at that. I listen to those things. It's true.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I'd rather be in the truck, man. It keeps me busy, keeps the mind busy, and we always doing new things and stuff like that. And I guess the adventures of junk removal too. Yeah, I don't. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'd love to be in a place where I'm comfortable and I could just live on my little farm with my couple of acres, and I'm good, man. 20 minutes to Walmart or something like that. That would be awesome for me. A couple of travel cruises would be awesome for me and my wife, and that's it, man. Just to be comfortable. I'm good with being just comfortable.
I think about my my little farm that I have, Indio, and I think like these acreage that I have out there. It took me 18 years to get that acreage. I ain't gonna bullshit you, 18 years. And I never wanted to live on a farm. I love Dallas. I love downtown Dallas. My wife idea was to live on a ranch, and I don't even think you can call it a ranch. I think it's a farm. I don't know how many acres. Can someone Google that? How many acres do you have to call it a ranch? And now that I put so much money into it, but I don't want to say money, but like that word, so much work into it, or so much dedication into the I cannot wait till my house is done and I'm sitting on a swinging porch on it. You know what I mean? Like I think about that. I think about that porch and the sun, coming down, and I think about that all the time. I'm like, I'm stuck on that, and I'm looking forward to like buying some chickens and having them run around the front yard and bullshit. I don't even like chickens, but yeah, it was my wife's idea. to get the acreage, and then I surprised her by buying it one day, and I'm like, so yeah, that's it's really cool that you have the same idea. You know what I mean? I don't know how much the acreage is in Florida. I have no idea. Is it expensive, or is there places that you can get it really cheap? You know, I have no idea.
The pricing is
Crazy. I'll
different
tell you
everywhere
that.
you go, depending on where you go. So where I'm at, Tampa, obviously is probably the most expensive place to live at this point.
Mhm.
I arrived during COVID. Rent was maybe close to 1,600. Now we pay 2,300. So it's gone up. It's gone up quite a bit. So yeah, it's like it's mortgage time. You know, like if I'm paying 2,300 for an apartment, that's crazy. You know.
Oh, geez. I think the acreage right now, I think the medium acreage in Texas, and I'm going to throw this out there. I think it's like 40 grand an acre or something like that, like in a decent area. I could have bought acreage in Alvarado, Texas. Anybody know where Alvarado, Texas is? Because Alvarado's a decent area, and the acreage would have been like 20 grand, but I wanted a little.
Amarillo by morning.
I wanted a little bit higher, you know, so I was just like, I'll just buy it in Hazel because it's so much closer to like the Walmarts, to the Albertsons and the Brahms and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, Vince, where do you see your business growing in the next 2 years? What do you see yourself doing, brother? Is there going to be changes in your business? Are you looking to, is you and your wife looking to move? Are y'all looking to get stuff? You know, tell me what you see Junk Guys Austin doing with you and your business.
For sure. So in the next 2 years, definitely by the end of this year, I'm going to be focusing more on commercial accounts. I've found out that commercial accounts keep the bank account rolling even when you're asleep.
That's true.
So I want to be able to not have to rely on the phone calls so much, because I get frustrated when I take so many calls all the time. You know, with dealing with the kids, just everything that I have going on. So I want to focus on commercial properties because that's where the big money is, and that'll help me grow to where I can be 2 or 3, truck company.
Right.
Yep.
How about any more trucks you're getting or anything else you want to do with the business other than just getting accounts? Are you and your wife looking to buy another house? Are y'all looking to move forward?
Yeah, for sure. So in the next 2 years, I definitely plan on owning a couple acres. I also live in an HOA community like Canario, and I'm sick of it at this point. I need my own privacy, and I don't like the neighbors asking me shit every day, coming and knocking at my door. I'm like, yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a question, an honest question. Have y'all been seeing what I've been doing and then makes y'all go blink and a light came on, or just something y'all want to do? Did y'all see somebody do it? Did y'all see my videos where I went and bought this land and then I'm actually doing it and then go, dang, that's not a bad idea. Now y'all want to do it, or what's going on?
No, I liked it in the beginning, but it's just like a high maintenance. If you don't keep up with the yard, everybody's judging you, and the HOA is definitely going to reach out to you. I've already got fined like 3 times this year, like 75, 150, and then 250.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's for small stuff like my son leave his bike in the yard, or my dog's barking too loud, something dumb.
Has my videos motivated you at all? Hanario, Indio, Vince, have they helped you out at all? I mean, make you go, oh my gosh, he's doing it. Why can't I do it? Right?
Oh, for sure.
About my my 1.6 whatever acre over here in close to where I live, about 2.5 years ago, and I got put 2 containers on it immediately, and I already had a camper, but I just use it for storage. I haven't made the jump to actually move out there.
Everything's expensive. Are you kidding me? Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
I paid $135,000 for that acre.
Jesus, dude.
Holy moly! But hope it's by the beach.
$240 for 6 acres.
Yeah, I just don't like people, so I don't want to be around next to nobody. My goal is to get one of those log cabins and shoot a 308 at a watermelon on 10 acres. That's what I want to do.
Dang.
You ever seen the accountant?
Yeah, I've seen
Something.
that. I have seen
Yeah. That's a good one there, like that.
Well, I'll tell you something. When my house is built and we have those containers, I'm going to invite everybody. I'm going to invite everybody. We'll cook out and all that, all the stuff that you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I'm going to welcome everybody to it. Because it's something that I'm going to be so proud of. You know what I mean? And I want everybody to see that this is possible. I mean, yes, it took me 18 years to get here, but it is possible to get it. Doing junk removal and owning a bunch of houses and this whole thing. So, yeah. Oh, Robert, you bought up to 5 acres in 88. Our family has put all 15 acres total in a trust. Oh, wow. That's crazy because mine are in a trust too. Trusts are very expensive, by the way. Very expensive. I never knew they were that expensive. Okay, let's go with priority hauling, San Diego. Brother, tell me what you want to do. What's the future of your business? How are you trying to are you still trying to grow your business? What do you want to see different with the future of your business in the next 2 years?
Okay, for me right now, I just want to I do have commercial accounts, probably get more commercial accounts to kind of streamline that process, just be a Monday through Friday type of deal. Getting more dumpsters, and then we're working on with my wife getting that elderly care facilities. So that would be like how you always say, junk removal gets you to your next business. So I think that would be our next business. Will be
What is that? Tell me one more time. What is your next business?
Elderly care facilities.
And you want to build an elderly, or you want to take over?
No. So essentially, it's like sorry, I said it wrong. It's a residential care facility. So like we will buy it we already own our house. We have a house here in San Diego. So essentially, we would get a house, another house like a neighborhood, and then have it like outfitted for like the elderly care. It's a non-medical facility. It's pretty much for the elderly to just live on their own with support staff.
Oh wow! And those are government checks. Am I correct? Those are government checks?
No. So those are private. So people have insurance, or they like pensions, or they have their retirement accounts. So like with everybody's family members getting older, but everybody has their own life. So like the kids aren't taking care of their parents. They're like putting them in either homes or, these residential care facilities for their parents or, elderly loved ones to get looked after. So again, it's not medical. So you don't need nothing like a medical staff or anything like that.
That's a great idea, dude. I know that business kinda, but I know that the money is guaranteed.
Right. Yeah. So, you just like anything, you gotta go find your customers. But based on your level of care, you can like have like dementia patients, things like that. Or you just pretty much get people who just are, who just need some attention, maybe help with eating or something like that. They don't need too much medical concern. So it's kind of, you can pick the easy people, or you can do hard. It's up to you.
And you're going to use junk removal as a step to get to
that. Well, yeah, I want to keep my business going as long as I can. I have my boys. So my son, I started having my son work with me. He's 11. Just trying to show him just how to run a business. Maybe he doesn't do the day-to-day operations as far as in the field. Maybe he'll do like some marketing or some stuff for me. So kind of get those juices flowing so I can pass on the business to one of my kids. I have 4 boys and 1 daughter. So, this is our sole income. My wife stays at home with the kids and I go to work. So,
wow. I know you hit a good point there. I want to make a quick point about this. How you said that you want to help your son, which is very legacy driven. You want to leave something for your son, and that's a great thing because you imprint on your kids right now, and he's 11, so he's absorbing so much information. You teach him about business, bro, right now, and by the time he gets your age, he's going to surpass what you do. You know what I mean? He's going to
for sure.
He's so much smarter, so much wiser. I had take Madison. I used to take Madison when he was really young. I mean, he was like young, 10, 11. I used to take him to work with me, and he would see me negotiate deals with people, just, hot tub or whatever. I worked with Madison today, and I noticed something he did that is what I do. And he gave the price to the customer, and he walked away. He said, "Listen, I could do it for $250. You have my phone number." And I looked up really quick. I said, "What the?" That's what I say. And I looked
That's the videos. Yeah.
yeah, and I go, "What the hell is he doing?" And he said, "Sir, you have my number. Give me a call when you're ready, and then we'll put out next action. Other than that, I have to go to my next job." And I was thinking, bro, that's my line. And in my head, I didn't tell him nothing. But I was thinking, wow, I imprinted on it. He walked away, and the customer said, "Well, when can you do it?" I said, "I'll do it now." And we ended up doing the job right then and there. But I was thinking in my head, dude, the art of negotiation imprinted on my son. Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I walk away all the time. So that's a great thing that you're doing. That's awesome. What's your time frame on something like this?
Honestly, the homes we want to get going within the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously because I've been in business for 5 years, but I don't know why, but I've been in the group for a while, but I just been missing it because my kids are in sports.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm down here with Nick in San Diego. But my timeline as far as the homes will be 2 years, and then my timeline on just with the dumpsters, I want to get another dumpster. Hopefully by the end of the year. I don't want to go too fast because I already had multiple dumpsters, and then just ran into a snag with business and this equipment kind of crapping out on me. So, and I run dump trailers. So I want to get like a 12-foot dumpster. I'd probably take it all the way up to a 14-foot dumpster just because we do, like I said, a lot of eviction cleanouts with apartments down here. So I just want to do a one-stop shop, give them the price, and only have to do one dump run at the end of the day once I load everything up. So
Very, very,
right now, yeah. So that's how I'm
very
gonna do
cool.
it.
Very cool. Well, thanks for sharing, dude. Thanks for sharing. All right, Lonnie, you're up, buddy. What do you want to do in the next 2 years? I know you have a great job right now. You have a very, very good job right now. But what do you want to see changing with your junk removal business, or actually your job that you have right now? And are you making any big plans to do anything new?
Yes. In the next 2 years, I'd like to have probably 15, about 15 websites. It's helping out other junk removal companies.
And do what specifically, Lonnie? Like what?
Like share jobs with everybody around the nation.
Right. Are you going to try to make money off doing that?
Oh yeah, a little bit on the top end, sure.
A little cheese on the sidey side?
Yeah, but everything to do the small pickups to the big pickups, or
Right.
to the big cleanouts. That's my where I like to see it in 2 years. Plus, also diversify with some land and renting some space on my land with kind of like what you're doing with RVs or something like that.
Right. Right. Did my video motivate you, Lonnie?
No, I've had that in my mind for a while, but I do like your concept there with
Hey, bro, we're making shit up down there, Lonnie. Don't act like I know what I'm doing. I'm just buying shit and putting them on the land.
Yeah.
It's not like I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like going, hey, oh, I see these containers. Let's buy them. Let's make cement. You know what I mean? So I'm making it as I go. But yeah, that's pretty cool. How many acres do you want, Lonnie?
I'm not really sure. It's like probably 15 acres would do just fine. That's a lot of land, though.
That's a lot of land. A lot of land. That's a lot of land. Just to give you an idea, I went to go look at 10 acres about 2 weeks ago for the future of the haunted house. And man, for some reason, it looked like as far as the eye could see. To me, it did. I was just like, what? And he said, yeah, it's over there, and then over there. And I'm like, dude, I can use that just for the haunted house. Why do I need all this stuff? But, you got to take parking in consideration, but it's still 10 acres is a lot. And imagine how much 15 acres is. It's a whole lot more. Dario, how many acres do you have? Who has a lot of acres?
No, I don't have a lot, just 1.6.
Robert, it's Robert. Robert has like 15 acres or something like that. It's Robert who has 15 acres. Am I correct, Robert? No, he can only text, so I can't see his text. At five. Yeah, it's a lot of land, man. It's a lot of land. I mean, I think 2 acres is really good. I think 2 acres is fine. I think that's a lot of land. So, anything else, Lonnie?
Giving you good ideas for your haunted house, so you can make more too.
I'm gonna tell you something. Lonnie's so smart with this whole thing. So we looked into what you're talking about, what you told me. I'm gonna talk to you privately about that. But it's a great idea. Everybody loved it. It's passed already. We are gonna do it. We just gotta figure a platform, Lonnie, a platform. I'll talk to you later about it. See if you know any ideas for that. Okay.
All right.
All right, Alex, you're up to bat, brother. What do you see your business doing in the next 2 years? What do you see the future of your business? What do you see your personal life going because of junk removal? What do you want to do, brother?
Just trying to grow every month, just trying to learn every month, every day.
Right. Yeah. You're in these meetings all the time. Do you ever get any good information, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I look at what everybody else is doing and just see what I can do here, just to try and get a little bit from everybody, put something together, put a plan together,
Right. When was the last time that you got an idea, like something that you saw and you're like, damn, it's not a bad idea. Maybe I should try that. When was the last time you saw something like that? Remember?
I'm trying to remember. It's been, if I find something, somebody wants to buy it or whatever, I know some of the guys do that. They'll find something and they kind of resell it if it's possible. So I've seen some of the guys here do that. So, I'll look through stuff.
So you want to resell stuff or what?
No, not really resell, just if it's something that's feasible at the moment and it looks like it could make some money, okay, but I'm not gonna just get a bunch of stuff and put it in the garage and it's just kind of like a one and done at that time type of thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If it's nothing there, then there's nothing there, and I just move on.
All right. Let me ask you another question, Alex. Are you looking to purchase another vehicle? Are you looking to expand to another area?
No. I'm not trying to do all that. I got my son's about to graduate high school, my youngest son, so he's about to go to college.
Is he gonna help you out?
Huh?
Is he going to help you out, or what does he want to do?
Well, I mean, he's going to go to college, but he helps me already.
Right. I remember you telling me that. Right.
Yeah, so he helps me already. So, and then he's going to stay in town, but he's going to go to school and stuff. So, but I have some other help if I need it. So I'm all right. As far as anything else, like moving, I'm good where I'm at right now. Even though I do have an HOA, but it's not too bad. They don't really harp on me too much about my truck and trailer, whatever. They try to.
Apparently not. If you've had it fucking parked in your front yard, it says shit to you. They don't really care, right?
I park it across the street between the two corner houses where there is no house technically.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not blocking nobody's house. I'm not blocking nobody's driveway. I'm not in front of nobody's house. So technically it's city street.
Right.
So, that's how I kind of get away with it.
So in the next 2 years, you kind of like want to lay back and chill and just do little.
I just want it to grow. I mean, obviously grow, but I'm not in a hurry like to add another vehicle or add another trailer or you know what I'm saying, like just one man band type of situation.
Right. You're at Houston, right?
Yeah.
You ever see my guys out there, Junk Guys Houston? You ever see them?
I haven't seen them.
Haven't seen them, huh? That's weird. He just bought another truck too, or something like that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe they're only covering certain part of Houston. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. It's weird because I see his bookings and like he'll go a month without bookings, and then all of a sudden the next month it just rains bookings. You know what I mean? It's really weird. His business is so weird. I just don't understand it. Anyway, well, thanks for sharing, Alex. Thank you. All right, Carson. Let's talk to Carson. Carson, where do you see your business going in the next 2 years? What are you looking forward to? I know you have a house coming. I know you're going to have HOA fees with your house. What do you want to do? And kind of tell us about some of the ideas, because you tell me all these ideas all the time, but kind of share with the group what you've been telling me the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like 2 years, I don't know where I'll be at in 2 years. I don't have anything specific as far as starting anything new or changing what I'm already doing. Um, I think it's just continuing to grow in what we're doing. Um, and I mean, my goal is to continue to grow the business while not being on the truck. And it continues to obviously be a challenge, but
Yeah, explain that. Explain that to the group. As much as information that you can give, because I know something, we know something we need to do, but explain that to the group, what we're talking about. If you can, as much as you can, give information about that.
in terms of what part?
Growing the business and trying to grow it, but knowing that a lot of
Oh, so I think we all have these like goals and aspirations and where we want to take things to. And I think in my market, the limit and the ceiling that we're going to be able to get to would be 1 million a year. And, you know, you can only get so far organically to where you're going to have to start doing things that you're uncomfortable with to reach those goals. And what I mean by that is maybe like taking on commercial accounts or, doing Google ads. And the problem with commercial accounts specifically is, if you don't get paid, right? So if you get all these net 30 accounts and you've grown your business and you have, you know, 90% of it going through commercial work, but, one property management company decides to hold payment, I mean, that flips you upside down. I mean, that's just something you can't recover from. And I've met with people, just within the industry that have struggled with commercial accounts and some that almost went belly up because of it. The second thing is with ads, right? I've seen, and everybody's seen a bunch of different companies who haven't been able to survive with all this new competition and everybody bidding up the ads. So everybody acts like ads is just this infinite answer to scale your business, but everybody forgets there's only so many people that look for junk removal in a day. And, if there's 500 people in a metro market looking for junk removal, then there's only 500. I wouldn't even say that. I would say like what, 100, 150, right?
right.
So like let's say 150 in an average metro market. I mean, there's only so many, you know, there's only so much food on the table. And so, and some people are willing to eat, like they're willing to kill themselves just for a nibble, right? So it just, when you start getting up to that level where you've exhausted all your opportunity costs, like I said, I don't have any plans right now. I want to get up to 1 million, but I don't want to do it the wrong way. I want to just continue doing it as organic as possible. Um, I don't think junk removal is a long-term solution for sure. Um, and I think I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to step into. It's probably not going to be a haunted house.
Can you tell the group the reasons why?
I've thought about the haunted house a lot, obviously with, Ricardo always talking about how great it is and his influence. The only reason I wouldn't do it is I just have a spiritual problem with it. Like I wouldn't want to take that home with me every day.
Very
I take,
respectful. Very
I,
respectful.
yeah, and I take junk home with me every day. And before I go to bed, sometimes I'll think about the hoarder house that I cleaned out last month and how gross it was. And I just don't want to be thinking about haunted house stuff all the time. I don't think I'm made and built for that. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't leave it where like it's just gonna come home with me, and I don't know that I could handle that.
Right. And your religion also reflects on that. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Christian, so I just don't want to attract that into my life, and so I try to stay.
I'm glad you brought that up. My wife has never, in the last 5 years, just to tell you this, she's never walked our haunted house.
I mean, I'll go to them for sure. I mean, I'm not, to the level where I wouldn't go in them or have a good time, but it's just another thing when you're a business owner over it because you're owning it and you're taking control over it. And I mean, we all know what I mean. It's 9:49 at night, and I'm on a junk phone meeting, right?
Right.
So, you take this stuff home with you, and so, I don't know what the next thing is going to be. I think that I just wonder how AI is going to shape out everything, and just like the advancement of technology in general.
Mhm.
I wonder how Google is going to handle, this big change, because let's be honest, if Google wasn't here, I don't think anybody would be on this phone call tonight.
True.
So, I guess I'm just kind of staying still and being patient and allowing doors to be opened and, visiting them. But I mean, like, we're doing great. There's nothing to complain about really, or, just because you're doing something don't mean that you got to go jump into something just because you feel like you're missing out or something.
Yeah,
So,
I want to interrupt you, Carson. I don't know if the group knows, but me and Carson talk on a daily basis. And Carson wants to move really quick. He's been wanting to move really quick. This conversation with me and Carson right now is kind of a breakthrough, actually, because in the last 2 years that he's owned his business, he wants to move so quick. And I try to discipline him all the time. He asks me for advice all the time. We exchange all the time. We get mad. We get happy. We laugh all the time. And he just recently saw something with another business that kind of made him go, whoa, let's just pump our brakes and let's take our time. And I think this is the reason why Carson's talking like this, because I think everybody hears him upbeat and going, yeah, I want to get this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Well, he just purchased a new truck recently. So I'm kind of catching the whole group on this stuff. But I think he's kind of seeing the market, how it is right now, and how people are growing too fast. They're what is it called? Rapid speed. What is it called when you grow your business, accelerate your business? I don't know what it's called. Rapid expansion. And he wants to do that also, but he's kind of seeing things out and his eyes are open to see it. Am I correct when I say that, Carson?
yeah, I mean, again, like, I'm not saying a million's off the table, but what I'm not going to do is want it so bad that I do stupid things to get it for the sakes of getting it, right?
Mhm.
So,
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Right. You know, we have these talks, guys. We have these talks all the time. Today, yesterday, today, and this is really in the last few days. I've been noticing Carson changing his attitude. He's been going, Ricardo, you're right. You know, we shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. And it's really cool that his eyes are open. He's getting older. And you said a comment to me.
man, you are taking this and running with it.
Well, I'm just saying, because you said a comment the other day. You said, I'm moving into my adult life and I'm noticing things differently.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy, dude.
You did say that. You did say that, you know, and it just made me go, God, this kid's growing. You know, I'm seeing him like right in front of me growing. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool that you saw that.
I guess it's just, you told me this a long time ago. You said if people go out of business, they're not going to put it on the Facebook groups. And now that I've been in business for basically 2 years. I thought I've seen everything, and then I continue to see things that just blow my mind. And I'm like, oh man, I thought these guys may have been right over here, and then it turns out that they're not. Again, it goes back to nobody is going to put on Facebook when they go out of business and why they went out of business. Nobody is ever going to say that. So,
and I think you saw it with your own eyes, what's going on, and it opened your eyes to go, hey, whoa, if they could go out of business or whoever or whatever happens, it could happen to me. And I think we had that talk already, So anyway, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm hearing this from you. I really am, because I've been worried that you're just going to do something stupid, But I'm glad I'm hearing that from you. All right, we have one more. Let's see. Who else is up? Who's up? James. James, where do you see your business in the next 2 years, brother? What do you see? What do you see doing? What do you want to do different with your business? How about the future? I know that you're with your girl, and I think you live with her parents or something like that, and it's filthy fucking rich or something like that. So kind of elaborate on that, James, if you can.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm still young. I'm 19, about to be 20. I mean, in the next 2 years, man, I want to get another truck and trailer for sure. Definitely another trailer, because I find myself sometimes where, not all the time, but lately I've found myself to where I'll have my trailer and I'll be super busy, and I'll get these other jobs and I just can't do them. And I think that if I were to get another truck and trailer, I don't want to put another person in it, because I don't like doing that. I really like doing it by myself. But if I could get maybe like you know a family member, not even really that, maybe a friend, somebody that I could absolutely trust, with that, which is really nobody. I'd want to do that, but really just scaling and growing, man. Pushing those, trying to get more, big jobs. Because I like doing the hoarder houses. I like doing the warehouse cleanouts. I like doing the big jobs. But I'm still in my first year. I'll hit my first year in July. But that's really it on that.
And if y'all don't know, James has worked with me on a handful of jobs, right, James?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a handful.
Like some of the biggest jobs that I've done, you've been there, haven't you?
Yeah. We did that big warehouse clean out.
Which warehouse? Which warehouse?
It was that one that had a whole bunch of tires and paint, and it was a huge warehouse job. And then you had another junk removal crew working on the other side. It was in Dallas, not too far from your yard.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I believe you. I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah,
we got paid good on it, huh?
Yeah. I think I made like, I don't know, $600-700.
Damn, bro. I don't remember shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That okay. Yes, that big old warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. Raphael Singleton. Yeah. So James is new. James contacted me, and then I got mad at James, and I didn't call him for a while. And he's helped me out. I want to teach James, just kind of teach him the ropes, and he absorbs a lot of information from me. James has a huge ass trailer, by the way. You still have that shitty trailer, right?
Yeah, it's a 16-footer with 4
that thing's so big. That thing's And we've done pallet jobs before. We've done warehouses. We've done the big old hoarder house. Remember the big old hoarder house? We've done we've done 2 of those, because he's kind of getting in the groove and stuff. And then we stopped talking, and now we're talking again. You know what I mean? James, what do you predict? Like, how much money have you made, or what are you thinking? Are you even in that mindset that counts how much y'all are making this year, or what?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've tracked it. I started tracking how much I've made. I started a little bit late, but about 4 months is when I started tracking. So those other 4 months that I started, I really don't know. But these past other months, like I said, in July we'll hit a year. Just without logging those 4 months, where I checked it like 2 weeks ago, we were at 60 something, almost 70.
That's
so
not bad.
yeah, it's not bad. But I there's a lot of room for an improvement, for sure.
I said for 4 months?
No, that's for what? I'm coming up on a year in like 2 months in July, so I guess maybe 7-8 months.
Right, 7-8 months. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Because you just got your GMV suspended, didn't you?
Yeah, and then they reinstated it, and then same day they disabled it again. So I'm working on that. That actually, this whole week, or last week, I didn't work at all. That's killed my business. That's where I get 90% of my business is from Google My Business. It's kind of crazy, but Yeah.
So he's okay. So Junk Guys National is kind of confused with your numbers. Can you kind of explain to him your sales this year have been about $70,000, and the sales have came over 8 months that he's been working. He's made about $70,000 in sales. He doesn't know what his net profit is. You don't know what your profit is, do you?
No, I have no idea, to be honest with you.
No idea. I don't think. I'll be honest with you, James. I've seen James. He's a roughneck. James is just fucking rough. James gets a call, he just goes and does a fucking job. He can care less about how much he's making as long as he can pay bills. I've worked with him, so I know how he is. I don't really think he knows what his margins are, and I think at that small number, I don't think he needs to find out. You know, do you think that you can make $100,000 with what you're doing if you completed the whole year? Do you think so? You can get to that number?
I mean,
let's say your GMB was not suspended.
yes, 100%. Yeah, because I mean, this month with it being suspended, it's been pretty rough these past 2 weeks. So I think with that up and going, and I think with me, you know, getting a lot of a better website. I know we've talked about that, but I think with that, yeah, easily I can surpass, 100,000 easily.
So if anybody knows anything about James, I do. James is not very technical when it comes to website savvy.
No.
So he's kind of struggling on that end. And we've talked about it the last few days about it and stuff, about me helping him and stuff like that. So I don't know where that's going right now, but keep on, the thing about it, James, is you need to keep on staying in these meetings, and you are going to find I don't know how long it's going to take you to find a nugget out of these meetings. I have you do work with me. I mean, I give you nuggets all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And you see how rough I am with the customers. You know what I mean? Don't be rough with the customers like I am. I've gotten there because of 18 years. I can do that. You need to be, sitting and kneeling before the customers and just doing your customer service. And I've seen James in action. He's really way too fucking nice. Way too. You've seen me in action.
Yeah. You're too comfortable. I can't be that comfortable, man.
Yeah. And I think after you start doing it for 10 years, brother, trust me, 15 years won't be a big deal. And then 18 years, you're just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think you keep on coming to these meetings every once in a while, you'll start learning, brother, and you're gonna get comfortable. And then, once you get your GMB back and up and running, you're gonna have ideas. And I'll contact you about jobs. You know what I mean? I got a big one coming up in the next few weeks anyway. No, next week I have a big one coming up. I'll give you a call about it. We'll need a big ass trailer. I'm gonna rob your ass. I'm not gonna, but we'll make it work out. All right, guys. Anybody else I was missing? Josh, did you want to share anything, Josh? Josh? Is Josh here? Josh Aguilar? Joshua? He's not even hitting the... We can't hear you if you're talking, brother, at all. How about you, Fred? Do you want to say something, Fred, before we go? Mountain Life, Fred?
Yeah. Anything in particular?
Well, no, I just want to, in the next 2 years, where do you see your business, or what do you want to do with your business? What do you see you doing with your business in the next 2 years? I know that you had, because of these meetings and talking to me, you cut back a lot of your expenses, a lot.
Well, let me kind of share something else. And kind of, I've been looking more. I've been getting to know my numbers, which I'm pretty familiar with my numbers and kind of where I see the work. But a lot of what's going on is because of the fires and floods that happened that wiped out our town. I've seen over 3 years, and this is kind of what I should have been saying it before, but our curve up as a business and reaching to the, as most businesses should grow every year, or at least maintain. Once they hit their peak, they should at least maintain it. But what we saw with the fires and floods, we were at a certain point. Now our gross is half of that. And then we may see half of that, even more so. So I may need to get into, I should be good, but I may need to get into another city, and which, there's other towns around. but I'm going to have to start ranking for Las Cruces. I'm going to have to start getting out there a little bit more in another town, just because it's the main source where I built everything, the GMB and everything is it's just very, the fires and floods really, at least in New Mexico, they have really hit this area. Like it's people aren't coming here. It's a resort town. People don't want to visit. They don't want to buy a house. It's just kind of, I posted about it on my Facebook, and a lot of people are just saying, it's hard to make an income. It's even harder now that people don't visit. And, and I see the next 2 years being an adaptability thing, for me with where my customers are at. So I see myself selling a couple more trailers.
Good.
I'm trying to sell a truck right now.
Good.
I'm just trying to mitigate what's going on, and there will be time for growth. That time's not now.
Good.
Especially with my demographic and where I'm at.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that.
Sorry, my phone wouldn't come off of mute. I was trying to say.
Josh, hold on 1 second. Josh, no problem.
My apologies.
No, you don't have to say that. Fred, let me ask you a question. Your bills, when we first met, what were your expenses on the monthly basis? I want to talk about that. Tell me how much, and you don't have to get in, just give me a number. All I want to hear is
I'm going to give you, of course, especially when hiring employees, it's a relative number. And the amount that I spend on gas and diesel on those, they're high months. We're making good money on those months, but we were at about 30 to 35K a month on monthly expenses.
Okay, and what are you at right now?
20.
So you dropped 15,000 money. Can you feel that in your body?
But you have to realize like a couple thousand of that is in, like 5,000 of that is in payroll and diesel and gas.
No, I understand that, but can you feel that in your body? Can you feel it?
Yeah. And I'm selling.
You can feel it.
Selling a property, and hopefully I can knock it off to 15.
That's awesome.
Because I'll sell a property to be able to pay off some of the smaller loans, so I can make my monthly go down.
Let me ask you a question. How does your wife feel about that?
Great. I think debt is stress, and it's better not to get into it. And the more stress you are in, the more stress your whole family's in.
I love hearing about that. I love hearing that. We, Fred, we had a lot of conversations about this. I told you what to do. Let's go this way. And I'm glad you actually did something. And you didn't have to pay attention to me. You could have got it from anyone else. But me and you did have those talks. And I'm glad that it sprung something on you. And you did something about it. You did it all because you did something about it. You know what I mean? You did something about it,
Yeah. It's also like, I think sometimes we get into this hopeaholics. I call salesmen hopeaholics. We become a hopeaholic, and it's just believing that your business is going to go up and up and up. And it will, but there's things that happen in a city: tornadoes, hurricanes, fires, floods, government stuff, coronavirus, which Corona was good for our industry, but there could be a different one that hurts it. But
that's awesome, dude. That's so awesome. That's awesome. Josh, you're the last person, Josh. If you can hear me, Josh,
Yes,
what do you do with your business in the next 2 years, brother? What are you looking forward to in your family life? I know that you got a new girlfriend. Are you getting remarried, brother? What's going on with that?
Yeah, we're trying to, but it's a struggle. Everything's expensive now.
Oh, everything's expensive.
Yeah. Probably in the next year or two, probably gonna get.
So I'm going to give a rough draft about you. You had a wife. Y'all separated. You were single for a while. You lost a lot of weight. You're looking really good, and then you found another chick. Am I correct? Something like that?
No, it was, so we separated, and then we ended up, it did good for us separating, and we got back together and doing a lot better now. Now we want to get married.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that, because that happens to do a lot with your business. You know what I mean? It depends. Like, even when the start, like if you leave and your wife's shitty and you're shitty, you get in your truck shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you want to do with your business in the next? I've been seeing you've been posting a lot lately.
Yeah, so last week I actually ended up in the hospital because my gallbladder, I had
Fuck,
gallstones. Huh?
are you going to lose more weight now?
No, it's supposedly it's from me losing a whole bunch of weight is
Oh.
why my gallstones started happening.
Mhm.
Apparently, that's what the doctors told me. So I got to get that removed. Um, but they said that I'm too young to
Mhm.
get removed, but you don't need it. So obviously get my health back in order, and then I want more commercial accounts. I want to find something along the lines of junk removal.
Right.
Um,
I've noticed your bookings. You've been getting a lot of bookings.
yeah,
I noticed that.
yeah, I've been getting a lot of bookings, which
Yeah.
that's good too. It's
Yeah.
nothing. That's always a good thing.
I never read them. I just know they go to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I never read them, dude. I just see that it's like Shirts, Texas, so I send them to you, or those other cities, so I send them to you. So I just saw an increase. One day you ended up like 4 of them, and I'm like, dude, I haven't got one in a week. And you end up like you always have more than anybody for some reason. So I noticed that. Um,
yeah. That's
are
why I
you,
push it online, booking online a lot. It seems like a lot of people like doing that here.
right? Are you planning to grow the business anymore? Planning to get another truck? You have a big ass truck right now.
Yeah, I'm planning to trying to pay off the one I have, the my F-150.
Mm-hmm.
That way I could have that one, and then I got I got 2 trailers. I would like to get a dump trailer
Mm-hmm.
in the future, make it a little bit easier. Because I see what's his name in Austin all the time, Vince,
Oh
with
yeah,
his dump trailer.
you see him in social media or where?
Yeah, on social media we're
Okay.
friends, so I
Okay.
see him all the time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I remember the day that you came to my place and I screamed at you.
Yeah,
I'm glad that it got to you, man, because you really motivate yourself.
yeah,
I was mad at you. You pissed me off.
yeah,
But
yeah.
man,
It was my fault.
it seemed like everything changed for you for some reason. Like you did a fucking 180. You even ended up losing weight. And I'm thinking, I hope he didn't lose weight because I yelled at him. Oh,
No,
no.
I needed to. I was trying to get my health in order, and that's why I started losing weight and doing all that. Especially, I got a little one, so that's another reason.
That's awesome, man. I still have the Hummer that me and you fixed.
Yeah,
I still have it, so that's good. But congratulations, brother. I'm glad that everything worked out with you and your wife, because that's happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. How long were y'all separated for, anyway? By the way,
For about a year. She
that's why
moved
you were
out.
slacking, bro. That's why you were slacking.
Yeah, it was actually that same time because you remember.
Yeah, you were all fucking down and sad and bullshitting, and I said, dude, you got to do something with yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for
Yeah,
helping me. And
I noticed that you needed some motivation. I didn't know what to do. I knew it was something with your personal life, so
yeah,
I yelled at you and told you how I felt about it. And I'm glad that y'all are happy now. I see you pictures. I see pictures of you and your wife all the time. So that's really good. I'm glad that, yeah. But it didn't come from me. It came from you. You're the one that made the step.
yeah,
So
I appreciate it.
you did it. You did it, man. I just yelled at you. You did it. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you woke me up. Is what you did.
Awesome. All right, guys, cool, man. I'm glad this story ended in a good story. So I appreciate you sharing, dude. Thanks for everybody sharing. I'll catch up with everybody next week. Again, Tuesday night next week. Everybody have a great week. Let's go and make some jump removals, okay? Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Mhm.
Good night.
All right, brother.
See you later.
Peace.